set charges. So today we're going to be talking about our set charges utility, and that is located in our installation directory. So if you right click on your IndySoft shortcut and go to open file location, this is just a quick shortcut to get to that installation directory. Otherwise, you can actually add a link to this utility on your home page in IndySoft. So within set charges, we go ahead and double click on that. And so many of you are using our charges system, and it can be a little bit of a task to update your charges for each piece of equipment, whether you're doing it by template or individual equipment itself. And so this utility makes that process a whole lot easier for you. So on this first section, we're going to talk about updating equipment charges. We hit select equipment, and within select equipment, for those of you who are familiar with Equipment Finder, this is going to be just a little quick refresh for you. But if you are unaware of Equipment Finder specifics, please watch our Equipment Finder video. And so we can always just add individual assets here and hit add, because that's going to select these 3 gauges that I have. Or what we can do, and what I would probably recommend you do, is go into the advanced equipment selection. I would assume that if you are updating charges, that you would probably want to do them by type or by description, or by size. So maybe you charge for a 0 to 6 inch caliper different that you would a larger caliper. So what we can do is go ahead and grab all of our calipers, and I have 121 calipers in my database, and then I'm just going to simply click add. So once I do that, I can see all of the charges per unit that are in the system, which I have mine set to 0. And what we need to do is click Setup Charge Type. So we're going to set up a calibration charge type. If you had others in your list, you could set those up, maybe a repair charge or something like that. We then hit OK. And then what I need to do is, if I click on the first column and hold Shift and scroll all the way down, let's see here. Oops. I need to select this Turn on Multi-Select. So once I click on Turn on Multi-Select, I then hold Shift, select the first gauge in the order, and then go all the way down to where I have all my gauges selected. Once I do that, I can then come over here and enter in the cost or charge of all of my calipers. And then I hit this set charge for selected records. Once I do that, it adds $25 for the charge per unit of all of these assets. And then I can hit Save Charges, and that pushes all of that information out to all that equipment in my database. All right. That is the first way that we can update our equipment charges. The next way is if you have charges associated with your templates. So in Add Charges to Templates, we're going to go ahead and click on this. And then what you can do is you can highlight the different templates you have, or just select one at a time. So I have 2 templates in my system. Let's stick with, let's do actually micrometers. So we have a 0 to 3 micrometer, and then we're going to select the different charge types. If you had multiple charge types, they would be listed here. So we just select calibration. We have our 0 to 3 selected. And over here, it tells you how many templates are selected. So if this number is not representing what you see up here, you're probably selecting something wrong here. So then what we can do is we can add as a new type. So if you didn't have a calibration already associated, we would select Add as a new type. Or we can update existing types, or replace all existing types. So I'm not sure what I have in these templates, so I'm going to replace all existing types. Then what I'm going to do is click Add Charges. When I select Add Charges, it brings up the area for me to set my price, and now I can say, all right, I want all of my micrometers to be $30, and then I can hit OK. And so now my template charges are updated, and those are all squared away. So now what I can do is launch the IndySoft, reload all settings, and we can take a look at this change really quick. So if I hit creating a gauge with a template, I can just say M-1, create some fake serial numbers here, and then when I hit create, you can see now on my charges tab of this new asset that I have a calibration charge per unit of $30. So you guys can see that change just took place. So far we've updated equipment charges, we've updated template charges. Now what we can do is, well, that's adding a charge to the template, and now we have updating the physical template charge itself. So we already showed you how the 0 to 3 micrometer had a $30 calibration charge. So when I select charge types to be affected, we're going to update that calibration charge. So over here it states how many templates I'm selecting and what we want to update. So here are all my different options. I can update by a unit charge by a flat rate, by a percentage, internal charge by flat rate, and all the way down. So whichever scenario fits you best, select that. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to bump it to $35. So let's say you guys, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, you change your pricing. It's really easy to update your pricing of all your templates, and you do that through here. So then when I hit update templates, template charges update complete. If I go back to my database, notice that it didn't change yet. If I reload all settings, it should have changed. And it got bumped up to 65, so that's something to pay attention to. I updated it by a flat rate of $35. So if I wanted to be a fixed price, let's see if when I do fixed price, that should have bumped it back down. And there we go. So you just need to play around with those different things to get used to the different ways of updating it. Make sure you don't select the wrong one. Alright, and then next we can update the company charges. So your company can house different discounts, different flat rates. So if you give certain customers of yours discounts, you can set those up in IndySoft. So we're going to select a charge type of a calibration, and then what we're going to do is come down here, look at our settings. We're going to do company options, include current company charges, ABC company, single template selection. So if you don't want to do all of your templates, you'll say single template selection, and we're just going to give a discount to ABC company for micrometers. So when we do that, we come over here, and this is the template charge, and then we have a company charge. So the company charge could be, you know, whatever you want to do. And then we have a charge type. So if it's a flat charge, then that means that we're going to charge, this is the template, the company is going to be charged $30 on that 35, or we could set up a percentage. but we're just going to do a flat charge of 30. All right. And so once that is all done, we're going to come up here and we're going to say update company charges. And make sure you have correctly selected the charge types, which we have. And if you're ready to proceed, we say yes, and then it has been updated. Now what we can do is leave out of here, and then if we go into our work order system, we have ABC company selected. Let's see, M-1. So what we would want to do, and I probably don't have all of the correct settings set up, and so I can demonstrate this in our work order system, so please watch our work order video. But all you would do is when you calibrate an item, your charge will be displayed here with the charge per unit, with the cost of 30 rather than 35. So that's where you will see that discount. Next, if we go back into our charge utility, we have something called add edit company charges. So this is a way that you can look at all of the different discounts and things that you're giving all of your different companies. So it's a way to manage the utility that we just did right here, update company charges, and then import charges if you are importing from maybe a single user or something like that. And then of course we can always delete charges. All right, this concludes our set charges utility. Have a great day.